Hey guys, another Coach Car chat of the day from Coach Kelly here. Today I want to talk to you again about motivation. I talked to you about that earlier this week or last week. In this case, I'm going to talk to you about motivation in the sense of how people ask me as a coach and as a sort of a so-called motivator person to give them motivation. They ask me, "Hey, I gotta borrow some of your motivation, or hey, can you motivate me to do this? How am I going to get motivated to work out? And I don't have the passion that you do. I need to get some of that. How am I going to do that? Or something equivalent to all those things." And I used to really, work hard to try to motivate people. And now I tell them simply, I can't. I'm not going to be able to give you motivation. You have to go somewhere else to find that. And they're like, what? But what I mean by that is that if you don't have motivation, if you haven't tapped into the deep why of what you're doing, of what's propelling you, that's urging you to get up and work out, or get up early and hit the books to go get that degree that you never finished, or get your butt out of bed to go to work to take care of your kids. If you don't have a motivation intrinsically inside you, like those things, which I know that most of you are doing those things because you have goals and you live lives and you're not just on the dole or whatever, right? So, you don't sit there at home like a vegetable. You're doing stuff. So and the intrinsic motivation might be, well, I have to work for money. Yeah, but the reason you got to work for money is because you got those babies at home that need you, or you don't want to be on the street, right? There isn't always an intrinsic motivator for everything that we do. And what you're going to have to do is tap into the motivation that you have to work out, or to be fit, or to make healthy choices that's greater than another motivation you have, which would be something like warm bed, staying in bed a half an hour longer, getting more rest, not going out with friends as much to, have cocktails, or being able to afford the challenge pack because, you don't go out to eat as many times a month, or whatever it is. Okay. So you're going to have to figure that out on your own. Now, at that point, I would love to come in and talk to you about solutions and ideas and how you can gain skills and get better and stronger and help yourself to achieve your goals. I'm not saying that I can't do that, but in terms of the motivation, you've got to come up with that on your own. And it's really freeing, actually, because you're going to have to sit there and realize you're not going to blame other people, and you're going to have to realize if you really want to do something or not. If you don't, that's cool. You can just go do other stuff. But there's no more blame shifting, no more making excuses about everything from money, time, opportunity, skills, whatever. All that stuff is secondary. You've got to decide if you want to do it or not, and if you do, then we can talk about it from there. I sat down with somebody on Saturday who's finally ready, and she looked at me and she said, and this is after months, right, of excuses and whatever, totally knowing what to do in her head but not doing it all, acting it out in her life. And she said, how does it feel to be sitting on the other side of the table being you talking to me? And I thought that was a really kind of weird question, but I get it now. What she means is, and I said, actually without blinking too much, I said, it feels pretty good, but I've been here many times before and I'll be here again, because there are many, many people like you out there, people I've talked to tons and tons and tons of times who aren't ready yet. And I can talk till I was blue in the face, but it wasn't your time. And you've got to decide that for yourself. And now that you have decided, it's exciting because it's going to fall into place for you. And I said, and the second thing is, I'm excited because I know the end of this. I know what's going to happen next. You don't as much because you haven't ever put yourself in the place, I'm telling the person, to push yourself and to be on the program that we offer, which works if you work it, which totally is easy and foolproof. So it's not, I should say it's simple. It's not easy. It's work, but there's no guesswork to it. So now that you've decided that, everything else is just going to fall into place. And she was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And it's the truth, you guys. But, think about it today. Whatever you're working at or trying to gin yourself up for motivation and it's not happening, figure out what you want more than what you're trying to gin yourself up for. And then go do that. Or take all the excuses away and make a decision, make a commitment, and then take steps to do the thing that you've been putting off. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.